So how many of you actually made a New Year's resolutions? You don't have to be honest, you can just lie. It's okay, it's okay. You don't have to be brutally honest here. Okay. Can you hear me at the back, choir? That's okay, right? Okay. I mean, it's good to make New Year's resolutions. I mean, keeping them is a different matter, but it's good to make New Year's resolutions because, you know, underneath all of that New Year's resolutions is that there is a desire for us to make changes, right? Desire to make, for us to make change for better. I don't know about you folks, but I want to be a better person today than yesterday. Better person this year than last year. I don't know about you folks, but that's how I see New Year's resolutions. Not list of wishes that you want to come through, but a set of goals that I want to strive toward to make me a better person, because I want to be a better person for my family, for my friends, for my community, for my church, and for as God's beloved. So that's how I see New Year's resolutions, and that's why I encourage people to make New Year's resolutions throughout the year, not only once, but throughout the year, because you tend to fail, right? You tend to fail, but you never stop. You always try and keep on trying, because it's all about not giving up trying, right? So that's what it is. So I have a membership at YMCA. I have a membership at YMCA. It's been like jam-packed with a lot of people there, like jam-packed with all those people who are trying to lose those extra pounds that they have gained from last Christmas and New Year's holidays, because people tend to eat a lot and drink a lot during Christmas holiday, right? I don't know about you folks, but I tend to eat a lot, especially when in a holiday, when I go to Edmonton and extended family during Christmas holidays and New Year's Eve. I tend to gain some pounds here and there. I don't know what it is that, family and Christmas holidays, it's just a deadly combination. It's a deadly, it's a great fun. It's a great fun, but it's a deadly combination, because deadly to your body shape, isn't it? So I usually gain about 5 to 10 pounds whenever I come back from my family Christmas and New Year's get together, and I come back and I got a whole month of strict exercise and diet that I do. Every time I come back, and I do that, and trying to gain my pretty shape, trying to gain that original shape. Right? Not this year. This year I was here all by myself in Vancouver. So thank you, folks. I didn't gain any pound at all this year. And that's great, because I was preparing myself for ministry at this church. So thank you very much. Actually, I look meaner and prettier than last year, I think. So thank you very much. Thank you. So I was in a YMCA the other day, trying to do some exercise, and every weight bench was occupied, and every stationary bike was occupied, every treadmill machine was kind of occupied, and there were people waiting, they signed up the wait list, and they were just waiting to get on one of these, and I was like, no way, because I don't want to wait, right? I don't want to wait. So I just hung out there and pacing back and forth and just watching all these people exercise. Some of them were just going at it, really going hard at it, in top of their lungs, they're breathing heavy, they're panting, and they were sweat everywhere, they're spitting and flying everywhere. I'm trying to stay away from that. And they were they were almost brink of a heart attack. They were going everywhere. And I said, oh, no way. And I got to think, running on a treadmill machine is one of the most boring exercise there is. When you think about it. You run hard and you run long and hard, but you get nowhere. You sweat a lot, but you are basically at the same place. Right? I get it. I get it. You sweat and you burn a lot of calories, and eventually you lose some weight. I get that. Like, when you are pedaling on a stationary bike and you pedal hard and you go long and you sweat a bucket full of like the salty water and then, you lose some, pounds later on. I get that, but basically you remain at the same place. You don't go anywhere. You remain at the same place. When I run, when I pedal bicycle, when I run, I want to get someplace, not remain in the same place. When I sweat, I want to know that I have moved from here to there. I mean, God gave us 2 legs for moving from here to there, not to remain in the same place. When I run, I want to know that I got from here to there. When I pedal on a bicycle, I want to know that I have moved from here to there. When I sweat, I want to know that I have moved from place A to place B, not remaining stationary. Sometimes I feel that our life and our faith are like this, like running on a treadmill, like pedaling on a stationary bike. You run hard, you pedal hard, but basically you have gone nowhere. After all the effort, after all the sweat, after all the commitment, and after all the success, after all the accomplishments, sometimes we feel that we have remained in the same place. Same mold, same habit, same routine, same lifestyle, same chit-chat, same stare, same touch, same mistakes, same sins, same future, same dream, and same song. As if we are just staying, running in a same circle over and over and over and over. We need to step out. What was that all about? It was so confining, standing right here. So I'm going to just kick it out. Pick it up. So today's text and for next week's text, all about Jesus calling out is for his disciples. He's in Galilee and calling out his disciples to follow him. Today's text is about Luke, right? John, and Jesus is actually calling out first 2 disciples, Philip and Nathanael, to call out, to follow him. And then next week we'll be speaking a little bit about Jesus calling out Andrews and Simon Peter and James and John. The first disciple, Jesus is going around there, hey guys, follow me. In other words, Jesus is calling each one of them out, step out of their familiar, their fixed, their satisfied life into a life of adventure with Jesus. Because for Jesus, life is all about adventure. It's always about on the go. Going towards someplace. It's all about on the road. It's on the road show, like what Willie Nelson was saying, it's on the road again. For Jesus, faith is really all about movement, all about motion, all about mission. Where God is calling us to go, we go there. Where the needs of this world, we are there, takes us, we are there. It's all about on the road, moving out there, not about station, not about fixed life, not about just settling down. Jesus said, follow me. Step out. Jesus said to each one of us, follow me. Step out. Get off from your butt. Get off from your couch. Jesus says to church, follow me. Get off from your butt. Get off from your pews. Let's go. Follow me. Step out. Do you know what the good definition of good church is? Definition of good church. Anybody know definition of good church? Well, my mentor, Dr. Leonard Sweet, once said, the definition of good church is get out of the door. Get out, let's go, step out. Step out. Jesus is calling his disciples and all of us to follow him. Step out of that fixed, the familiar place. And the most important and the greatest step that we can ever take is the first step out. The first step out. The greatest margin in the whole universe is not from here to there, but it's about first step. The greatest margin that we ever take in our own life is the first step out. You all remember your children, their babies are taking their first baby step? Remember that, right? After all the mistakes, after all the falls, after all the back and forth, finally, your children is able to stand up by herself, and then taking that first baby step toward many steps in adventure in life. Remember that? The first step is the greatest step and most important step we could ever take in our life. But it's also the most difficult and awkward, painful step that we could ever take. In fact, in every season, every stage of our life, they will face the challenge of taking that first step out. In every season and every stage, we are faced with this difficult challenge of taking that first step out. Like babies taking their first baby step, and then the first day of their preschool, the first day of college or university, the first day that you were away from your parents, the first day of a new city, the first day of new class. Many first steps. It's the greatest step, but also it's the most painful step. It could be the most painful and difficult step you could ever take. I always tell my children that don't wait for the future to come to you. You go out there, you shape your future. Do not wait for the future to come to you. Future is what you make of it. Don't be afraid to take the first step out into the unknown. I always did. So they took that the lesson into their hearts, and they've taken that first step out into an unknown territory, into a dark and cold place called Edmonton, Alberta. So they've been there for the last several years. My daughter got married just over 1 year now, and my son is studying there. Can I talk about my children? It's okay? Okay. So let me talk about my son. He's taking a civil engineering technology program at the NAIT, Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. It's like a BCIT here. Now this is like his second program at that institution. Several years ago, he'd taken petroleum engineering technology program, and he finished that. At the beginning of his program, petroleum engineering, oil price was sky high, like $120 per barrel. People were making a whole bunch of money. And anybody who's in the oil field, they were making a lot of money. And we thought that he was going to make a lot of money after he graduated and eventually send the parents to Hawaii. So that's kind of a... But by the time he graduated from petroleum engineering, the oil price just went bottom, right? At like $25 per barrel. Like there were a whole bunch of layoffs, and people were bankrupt, and then of course when he graduated, there was no job. There were almost all of his classmates, there was no job at all. So he came back to us in Kelowna to live with us for 1 year in our basement. And now he's in a second program right now, and he just finished first term. And we lowered our expectation a little this time. Son, you don't have to send us to Hawaii anymore. You don't forget about that. Just don't come back to live with us. Just in case you were thinking, wondering, our basement has been rented out. Okay, just wanted to cover that. Right? Okay. He went through many first steps in last several years, especially when he was in school, like a new city, new community, new friends. new class, and there were, but it hasn't been that easy. It's quite difficult, challenging, and some nerve-wracking moments and episodes here and there. I remember in the middle of the night when he, in first term, in his midterm, he was going through a midterm, and middle of the night, the day before he was actually going to take his math midterm, he called me up in the middle of the night, and he was in panic. He was like, did you get like any phone calls from your children, like in the middle of some of you? Okay. And he was like, Dad, I'm not ready. I think I'm gonna fail tomorrow. I think, I'm not prepared. I don't know nothing. Dad, what I'm gonna do? And he was like stressed out and like a panic, and he was like crying. And I'm like, all right, just hold on. I need to calm him down first, because before actually I find out what's happening. So I said, just calm down, Simeon is my son. He's like, calm down, Simeon. Calm down. Okay, let me ask you, Simeon. So how much of that midterm is count toward your final mark? And he says, well, it's like 15%. And I'm like, did you say 15 or 50? 15, 1, 5. I said, okay, Sam, it's only 15% toward your final mark. Even if you fail, you got a whole month to make up for it. Don't worry about it, Sam. Even if you fail, it's okay. You can just do it later and keep it just. I'm not gonna kick you out. I'm not gonna make you go hungry, anything like that. Just don't worry about it, Simeon. Just calm down and just prepare as much as you can. Okay? And then just go tomorrow and just write. Okay? Just write it down and don't worry about it. Even if you fail, it's okay. And he calmed down later on. He says, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just go to sleep. You need a good sleep for tomorrow. So he calmed down a little bit and he went to sleep. And I think he went to go sleep. And I couldn't sleep, of course. Okay. So the next day, he after the exam, he called me and I wanted to find out. So I said, so how did you do, Simeon? And I was expecting worse. He says, I got 80%. Did you say 18 or 88? I said 80%. He says, what? I said, well, I thought you didn't know nothing. I thought you were not prepared. I thought you were just totally blank. I said, I thought that you didn't know nothing. He says, well, I thought I didn't know, but I guess I knew more than I thought. So we went through episodes like nerve-wracking, like episodes like this several times. I'm sure that you didn't have any problems like that with your children, right? I'm sure that you didn't have any issues like that. But he took that first step into the unknown. And he finished his 2 years program. Of course, he didn't get a job. But it was a huge accomplishment for a young man to take that first step. And now he's much more mature, stronger, and confident, sure of himself, and taking, he's going to take the word, anything that difficult things that is in his path, he will take over. He's much more sure about himself. On his second program right now, he's finished the first term of it's a civil engineering program, and he's doing quite exceptionally well at this point. He's got a straight A's. Okay? So he called after his midterm. He just said, Dad, I didn't know that I was that smart. Okay. And I said, son, I always knew that you were smart. Remember what I said before? What? Like father. Well, your mom has something to do with that, but don't forget, like father. The first step out is the greatest step you could ever take, but also could be the hardest, most painful, the most difficult, challenging step that you could ever take. The first step out. Especially when you are satisfied, when you are secure, when you are safe, when you are satisfied with your life and there's no need and no desire for you to actually take this step out. So that's why it requires a great deal of courage, great deal of leap of faith to taking that first step out, especially when God calls us in our journey of faith. When God calls us, God doesn't usually call us out of bed too good. God says, okay, you leave out all the bad things and now I'll take you over there. No, that's not what God usually says. Okay, all the good things, the things that you cherish, that you grew love with, the things that you really dear to your heart, I'm asking you to leave them behind, to take the step out into following Jesus, into life of adventure. It's not about bad to good, but it's mostly about good, to be great. And God calls each one of us. It's about what my dream, from my dream to God's dream. It's what I cherish to what God cherishes. It's about what will last lifetime to what will last in eternity. It's about running on a treadmill to following Jesus into open, to follow Jesus into the life of adventure. Life of adventure. Jesus says, follow me, step out. And disciples of Jesus took that first step out of their fixed and familiar and satisfied life. And their life has never been the same. Of course, they failed and stumbled many times along the way, but when the Spirit of God came, they've been strengthened, recharged to live living faith. And Jesus says to each one of us, are you willing to take the first step out? In your own circumstance, in your own season and stage of your life, if there's a call, take that first step out. And that might be the greatest step you could ever take, but also the most painful step you could ever take. Follow me. Step out. And we approach this table this morning. This table is about the one who took that first step out from heavenly glory into our own lives, to be with us, to offer his life for the world. Jesus took that monumental first step out. And now he's inviting each one of us. He's inviting each one of us. Take courage. Don't be afraid. I will be there for you. Take that first step out and follow me. Yes? And all the people of God said, Amen. All the people of God said, Amen.